All right, so I have my mirror is right here in front of me. So if you see me looking down, that's why. Um, so like I said, this is my first speed dating event, and honestly, I don't really know what to expect. I've kind of just decided that this year I really want to put myself out there and really, be open and be open to a relationship and meeting new people. And I think that this is a really good way to do it. Like most people, I've tried the apps, which are a joke, let's be honest. And I just feel like it's time to change it up, right? Let's try something new and let's do speed dating. A little bit about me. I have not dated seriously in a very long time. I was in several serious relationships years ago, but nothing since. So, I think it's time I, try something new. As for the look tonight, because that's something I'm thinking about too, because you want to look put together, you want to look nice, but I also don't want like full glam, like I really kind of want more of a natural look. I mean, natural's kind of a step too far. I mean, it's gonna look like I have something on my face. It will, but I don't want to go full out, So, yeah. We're gonna see. We're just gonna see what's out there, and we're gonna give it our best shot. Being in your 30s, trying to date is kind of a weird thing, because it's like half, maybe more than half of your friends are in fully committed, long-term relationships. The other half is trying but continuously ending up with, duds. And then there's groups like me that's kind of like, yeah, it'll happen if it happens. And if not, whatever, At least that's my mindset about it. I don't know. But again, in this year, I am wanting to push myself out of my comfort zone and just try something new. Be open, be curious, and go for it. You never know what might happen. Anyone else still? Anyone else miss the 2016 brows? Or is it just me? Yeah. Those were a bold look, weren't they? we'll probably be revisiting those. But, yeah, so speed dating. One thing that I have been thinking about is like, what do you ask? What do you say on these dates? I mean, because you only have like, it's like 6 minutes, I think it is, 7 minutes, something like that, to get an idea about someone, and that's kind of tough to do, I feel like it's kind of hard to judge. And so you kind of want to make those, 5, 6, 7 minutes worth it. Like, get some good information out of them. I don't want to be out here asking, what do you do for work? Like, because I genuinely don't care. I mean, that doesn't tell me a whole lot about who you are, in my opinion. But yeah. So I don't know. I also think that it might be really telling to find, like, to tell you who somebody else is by the questions that they ask you, So I don't know. I right now feel relatively fine. I think once we get there, I'll be getting and feeling a little bit of the nerves. I absolutely do plan on taking a shot at the bar to loosen it up when I get there. But that's it. So I am planning on asking a lot of questions about, like, travel or, hobbies, like, what things do you like to do, because it's like, if you say something like hunting and fishing, it's gotta go. I've done that. I went down that road before and I don't want to repeat it. Also, like, what causes are you passionate about? I think this will be really, like, eye-opening question to see, where they align, what their, political views are. I feel like that could kind of tell me a lot of things, What else? I was also wanting to ask, like, some silly questions, but like, what's your go-to karaoke song, right? I know it seems kind of crazy, but like, if someone's like, oh my God, like, I would never do karaoke, like, that can kind of tell me some things too, because I am a very outgoing person and I do like to do things like that and really jump in and get involved. And I am also looking for someone that has, a lot of charisma, right? That they're also outgoing, like they can vibe off of me and we can share energy, and do things like that. So we'll see. But that's something else I wanted to ask. Yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of excited. I have actually had this, speed dating on my list for a while, but it kept getting rescheduled because of weather or the Chiefs. I'm from Kansas City, so the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl. And, you know, I think there was a playoff game or something. And so then it got moved again. And yeah, but the weather has been the biggest one. So it's gotten moved several times. So I'm happy that it's, you know, actually happening now because I'm ready to get it going. We'll see. So I am going to finish up this look, do something with this hair, and I will be back to show you what I'll be wearing tonight, and we can do the final touches together. All right, y'all, this is the final look. I went with a wide leg pant, tennis shoes, crop, makeup, simple. It's gonna be comfortable, and that's all that really matters. I am starting to get nervous now, but yeah, I'll see you at the place. All right, y'all, sorry for the lighting. I'm in my car, clearly. I'm about to walk in now. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna be able to film when I'm in there, so I will try my best, but I will follow up with you after. Good morning. So obviously it's the next day. Got the bonnet still on, but I wanted to talk to you guys about how it went last night. So overall, I think it went well. There were 7 men there. You know, we chatted for about 6 minutes each, and then they would rotate. I think that it was clear that some of the men were quite nervous, which, you know, was fine. I mean, I get it. But there were definitely times when it felt like I really had to carry the conversation. You know, like it started to kind of feel like work with some of the men that were there, which again is fine. You know, it is kind of a nerve-wracking thing. It is hard to just come out and start a conversation with someone who's basically a stranger. So yeah. Overall, though, the conversations weren't bad. There was one guy that was like, I tried my best, but I swear to you, all he did was talk about my earrings. Like it was kind of odd. Like I was like, I don't really know where to go with this. And even at the end of the night, like I was at the bar talking to one of the other women that showed up. And, you know, we were walking out, like we were leaving the bar together. And he literally said, oh, the girl that has the best earrings is leaving. Like, why are you up on my earrings? Like, you want to try them on? Like, what? Like, I don't know what was going on with that, but I thought that was kind of bizarre. There was also a guy that came, you know, once he came to my, where I was seated, you know, he went out to shake my hand, which they were all doing, which is fine, whatever. But literally when I shook his hands were ice cold and like super clammy and kind of sticky. Like he stuck the hand out and it was like one of those where like they just kind of grab like at the front here. And it was ice cold, clammy. I felt like my hand was wet afterwards. Like I was totally disgusted. It was yeah, there were some people like that. There were definitely some guys that I felt like I could probably, you know, have a laugh with, maybe at a bar or something, but like nothing more than that, you know. There was one guy and he was almost the last, probably I think it was like the second to last guy that I spoke with, but I feel like we kind of gelled a little bit. And I feel like we were really kind of starting to vibe, like right when the, 6 minutes was up. But out of the whole night, I feel like he stood out more than the others because it kind of seemed like he was trying to sell himself almost. Like, not, I don't know if that's the right word, but like, not in a weird way, because it seemed like the majority of the time I was kind of like feeding the questions and trying to pull information out and, get something out of them. And with him, he kind of initiated the conversation. It was clear that he had actually read my profile on the speed dating, website or whatever. And like he commented on things that were in my profile. So I liked that. Like I liked that he had put in the effort to actually read about the women and, bring it up when we're talking, as just like a conversation starter, which I really liked. He, again, just also seemed like he was wanting to kind of sell himself and wanting to get interested in what, asking me questions, being more of the one that pushed the conversation along. Whereas, like, the majority of the night, it very much seemed like I was the one who was pushing it. Like, they'd come, I'd sit down, and then it's, I'm immediately like, so how are you feeling? How you're doing? And, that would typically lead into like whether they'd done speed dating or not. And, after that kind of came down, I would come back in with another question, and then as he's speaking, I'm trying to pull other things out. Like, yeah, honestly, after 7, like it really, like you do kind of need a break. Like it's kind of hard because you have to be on, and each one you're trying to facilitate another conversation and trying to connect with a new person as they move through. It was interesting. I definitely think that I will do it again. Last night I had rated the men. So that's like basically where you say like yes or no, like I would want to connect with this person or no, whatever. So I don't know. I was talking to this girl that I met there, and she was kind of like, we were talking about how we wished we could see like which of the men liked us, but it's like, I feel like it's more of an ego thing, but I mean, it would be kind of nice to know that, but basically what happens is that you have to rate them. Like you have to it was like either a heart or an X. So if you gave this person a heart and they also gave you a heart, then basically your information is exchanged, which is just like an email. So yeah, I mean, I think it'd be fun to find that stuff out, but I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. So anyway, last night I rated all the men, and I did put a heart for the one guy that I thought was really, interesting. Like I would kind of like to know more, blah, blah, blah. You get the picture. So the results are like you have to have everything in basically by midnight. So I haven't checked today to see whether, anything was a match or anything like that. So I thought I would do that with you guys. So let's check. Okay. Okay. All right, your results are ready. View your matches. Okay. open this email. Yeah. What a wild time. I'm glad I did it. Like, it was definitely something that was out of my comfort zone, and I'm glad I did it. Like, I really was starting to feel like super nervous, like right when I showed up. But honestly, once it got started, I felt totally fine. Like, you just kind of get into a groove, you know? And it is true, like, you really do know right away. Like, there's either a vibe or there's not, you know? So, all right, see matches. Okay, so it looks like the guy that I also gave a heart to last night hearted me, so we've matched. Okay. So basically, when that happens, they send you the email. Let me see. Oh, okay. He just sent me an email. Wow, okay. This is interesting. Well, I will keep you guys up to date with how that turns out. But I am definitely planning on doing more speed dating events. I'm kind of shooting for one a month. So I will take you on along, with other ones as well. But that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me go to my first speed dating event. And yeah, until next time. Bye, guys.